Made from scratch chicken shawarma. It was spicy, it was smoky, and then all of a sudden you had that tenderness from the homemade naan as well. It surprised us. It's got to be a key in the dish. Hey guys, I'm Neil. Welcome to Flat Top King. Watch how we do it. To get started, I have 2 packs of bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. Not to bore you with the details, I already got most of them cut up. I'm just gonna show you one really quickly. Just take the skin off. Extremely easy to do. I'm gonna trim some of the fat away. Now you're left with a skinless bone-in chicken thigh. The bone runs like this. I just take my knife and just basically carve around it. Your fat part of the thigh is here. Instead of pounding out, I just kind of butterfly it open just to get equal and even trimmings. And there you have it. Nice and flat for the griddle. Got the chicken thighs done. I just want to show you the visual representation of the ingredients that we have really quick. Chili powder, clove, coriander, cumin, onion powder, red cayenne pepper, ground, smoked paprika, turmeric, and allspice. I've already got it measured out, so you don't have to worry about me doing that. Basically, it is the dump method. So the juice of half a lemon, that's chili powder, salt and pepper, coriander and cumin, turmeric and onion powder, smoked paprika, red cayenne pepper, allspice and clove. Here's my fresh garlic. The one thing that you're thinking that I've omitted is the yogurt. If I was doing this on a smoker or open fire of any kind, I would use the yogurt. Not all recipes call for yogurt to begin with, so it made me feel more comfortable to omit it out. The reason is, once you put on the griddle, yogurt and the griddle is like, it doesn't really marry together. I do understand the idea, but doing griddle cooking, it's a little bit different. A few good glugs of olive oil, probably a 1/4 cup. What I have learned through my rabbit hole research is you gotta let it marinate overnight. Some people say 2 hours at the bare minimum. We're gonna take the luxury of cooking this tomorrow. First things first, we're gonna make the naan. To make the naan, we have some water in that yeast favorable range, anywhere between like 105 to 110, somewhere like that. Got 2 packets of yeast, about half the sugar, and then we're just gonna give that a mix. Let this bloom for about 5-10 minutes. Show you what it looks like. In 5 to 10 minutes, your yeast should look something like that. This recipe will be on theflattopking.com. We have flour. Flour in the bowl, flour in the hole, salt. Give that a quick mix. Add that yeast solution, olive oil, and Greek yogurt, plain. To that, we're gonna go on low speed just for a minute to incorporate all those ingredients. Now that our dough's mixed up nicely, we're just gonna incorporate it, jack it up to like medium speed, and you're gonna incorporate this or beat it for about 8 to 10 minutes. That time has passed. Not too shabby for a part-time baker. That's what I used to love to do.
In the Navy?
Yep. Actually, when I got accepted to Culinary Institute of America, that's actually what we were going for, was the bacon and pastry program. Little olive oil or oil, it doesn't really matter. I shouldn't say olive oil. Whatever oil you have, since I use it in the recipe, that's what I had outside. Since your bowl came off clean, which it should, just oil it down. Roll and tuck. Roll and tuck. Roll and tuck. And what that does is it creates that seam underneath the dough. In your bowl, we're going to plastic wrap it, and we're going to proof it for 1 hour or until it doubles in size. While that naan is proofing, we need to get started on our sauce. We're going to make a quick and absolutely flavor-packed yogurt sauce. 1 clove of garlic rather, and I'm going to mince it up, add a little salt, and kind of like get it as pureed as possible. Just a little pinch of salt, olive oil, not much. The salt's going to help act like an abrasive. I've done it before on videos. And you're basically looking to just puree the garlic. Just really looking to extract as much garlic flavor as possible. Just like that, it doesn't take long. You should have a garlic paste. And the garlic goes. We're gonna add just a little bit of pepper. We're gonna add a 1/4 of a lemon, half teaspoon of cumin. We're gonna add a tablespoon of tahini, just like that. And 8 ounces of that non-fat, plain Greek yogurt. Give her a mix. I'm gonna add 1 more tablespoon of that tahini. That's the first time I've tried this brand. Very specific flavor profile I'm going for. We have some butter, a cast iron pan, and we are going to, while we cook the chicken, take a half stick of butter, 3 cloves of garlic, and start melting together. I'm just going to monitor this while our chicken's cooking. Let me show you what we got. We got 3 burners on. I got these 2 on high. I got this one on low and this one completely off. I'm going to set my cast iron right here because I don't want this to overcook. Remember, when you put anything on the griddle with a handle, you need to be careful. It's going to get hot. I'm telling you, it's going to get hot. We have smoke on our griddle, which is a good sign. Why? Thanks, honey. We're going to knock that one right out of the park.
That means it's hot.
That means it's hot. That means the oils that we put on there from last time, which always use a high heat oil, have come up to a smoke point, which means it's typically around 400 or above. The aroma off this griddle right now is unfair to most of you people because we just made that smoked bone marrow smash burger.
Oh, geez.
And I can smell it as it warms up.
Can I just say, even if you don't want to spend the money to buy the bone marrow, just make the roasted garlic aioli and put it on your burger.
That's fair. So this is our chicken. It's done. It's marinated. Remember, this has olive oil in it. So I am not going to add any oils to my griddle except the residual oil left over. That's why it's smoking. I'm going to try to get a char factor. This is one of those things just like we did the pork al pastor. Typically it's done on a spit. Same thing with this. A lot of times this is done on a spit. But considering that we have a griddle, we're doing a griddle style. And that's also why I didn't add the yogurt. Now you see why when I was doing the chicken thighs and I was taking the bones out, I really wasn't worried about what the backside looked like. I just tried to make them flat as possible. So actually those indentions in the chicken where I sliced it open a little bit more just created more crevice for that seasoning to adhere to. Winner, winner. Chicken shawarma dinner. The aromas off of this, if it tastes as good as it smells, then it's a home run.
Yep.
Oh yeah, beautiful color. Wow. Wow.
Golly, honey. I'm excited about this one.
It's a smell. We flipped it about 4 minutes. Now granted, that's going to determine how hot your griddle is. But you want to get your griddle in a high enough temp to where when you get it up there and you add that cold meat, it doesn't zap all the heat out of it. So you're looking for color. Because you can always flip back and forth. Okay, this isn't like a one flipper, but you can always flip back and forth. See right now we're starting to bubble. That's fine. You see the fat starting to come up to the top. Just to show you really quick the color we're working with. I'm pulling them as they come up to temp. So you got that nice char on both sides. You can place this in the oven or something like that just to keep it warm, let all those juices redistribute. While that's going on, we're gonna clean the griddle and get everything set up for my first attempt at homemade naan. Ta-da! All right, punch that dough down, nice and poofy. Get some bench flour down. We are looking for roughly 16 balls. So to do that, we are going to, man, that's good dough. You don't even need bench flour right now. Get it back in that circle. Get it tight as you can. Because to get to 16, you need to cut it in half. 8 cut in half. And there you go. So this is what we're going to work with. Let me show you. I'm going to do 4 at a time. From my understanding, it doesn't have to be perfect, which is why when I started researching this recipe, I fell in love. Don't have to be perfect is my middle name. About 8 inches in circumference.
Or length. Circumference would be a circle.
Oh, yeah, that too. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's perfectly round right there. That looks like a...
Oval. It's supposed to be oval shape.
It's getting there. That's pretty close. All right. I'm going to throw this on the griddle so you guys can see my first reaction. It has a little bit of residual heat or oils left over. It's supposed to poof up. Let's see what happens.
It's poofing slowly.
It's poofing. I'm a little nervous. Oh yeah. Look at there. Obviously, I understand these are typically done by like, you know, open fire and all that stuff, but we're working on a griddle and this is what we got to work with. So I think it should work fine. I am pleasantly surprised and pleased. Oh yeah.
It looks good,
Oh
babe.
yeah. I'm always nervous when I do these. You never know what kind of recipe. I always add my twist to a recipe. I never do a recipe 100%. Baking specifically is extremely sensitive and scientific. And so anytime I add my twist, I'm always nervous. I don't care who you are. It might not be the recipe you grew up with.
That looks good, babe.
From a gringo from East Tennessee, I'll take that all day. Hit it with that garlic butter. Now we're going to roll and start stacking. Roll and stack.
What do you mean roll?
Roll. Roll out. And cook. While it's cooking, I can roll another one. Now that they've seen one, they don't need to see me do all of them. Instead of cutting it in 8s, we cut it in 4, so this is a little bit bigger. This is what I've learned. Don't be scared to add a little bit of oil to your griddle. I think it does help when you're dealing with tortillas and stuff. Typically, you like it drier. Not with this. Put a little oil down. Don't be scared of it. You can see our smoke's rolling, which means we're a little bit higher temp. You need that. We've tasted off camera, and I'm going to tell you, this should be a staple. You can call it, I don't care what you call it. You don't have to call it naan. I mean, out of respect for the culture, absolutely. But, I mean, if you're not making these on your griddle and just trying out, first of all, you only have to have an hour of proof time. So you don't have to do an hour and a half of proof time. Roll it back in little balls. Let it proof for another 30 minutes like a hamburger or something like that. An hour, puff it down, divide it out, roll it out, and cook it. And you got that garlic butter. But I feel like the bigger ones get a little bit more poofier. Adding that oil, I think, helps, and having that hot temperature helps too. So I know this is a long part of the video. I'm sorry, but I really am excited about it. And hopefully you guys can understand that it's an extremely, extremely easy thing to make on the griddle with fantastic results, I think. When you stack it the same way every time, then that means the bottom's getting that garlic butter too. To give you a time frame, somebody asked during our live if we can put a clock up there. Honestly, I do think it's a great idea, but when you're filming, it takes everything to a whole different level. Like, it's not a fair comparison to the average person. What I tried to do today behind the scenes was something that obviously you guys didn't see. This took less than 2 hours to prepare. From the time we started the video to do the bread, from the time we did, of course, I marinated the chicken yesterday, so I don't think that's fair. But the vegetables, the sauce, the fries, the naan, the chicken, and everything right now is still less than 2 hours.
And that's homemade naan.
Yeah.
That's including the 1 hour that it took to proof the dough.
Because, of course, while the dough's proofing, then you can come back and prepare your sauce and vegetables and stuff like that. Chicken smells absolutely fantastic. Just give this a good chop. Letting those juices redistribute.
We gotta try it. We gotta try it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Dang, honey. I mean, that tastes as close to authentic as you would get at any restaurant, I feel like.
I wanted to go the more traditional route, but I want to also pay homage to the delis that make it like this. The fries and the pickles. It seemed like that was a really cool idea. The way I'd like to build it, because I'm a sauce man. Remember, you got that garlic on there too. This is that yogurt sauce. Edge to edge. Come back in with that chicken. Hit with those french fries. You can put these on the griddle as well. We just put them in the air fryer. If I was going to have mine, maybe it's not traditional, but I want it. And then your pickles. You know what? I'm going to put a little tomato on there too. It's my wrap, and I'm going to eat it the way I want it. Set that one to the side. The traditional, same exact thing without the fries. Then you add all the other stuff. And I'm gonna make that one a little bit bigger. Man, that chicken's good.
It is good.
Got some spice. No rhyme or reason.
Golly, honey. This is so stinking good.
Anything on there you want more of? I'm gonna go and put pickle on there too.
Yeah.
I don't care if it goes on there or not. Golly, that looks good. Maybe like this. I don't know if it matters. You want to do the honors?
You give me the first bite today?
I know I just can't get over the naan, how tender it is.
Hey, that's amazing. Hey, leave me hanging. Gal, give me another bite. That is amazing. The homemade naan, I think, is key because it is so soft. What do you think of the French fries? It's fantastic either way. I would probably not have the French fries.
Texturally, I think it's there. But what happens is, I think since you put so much pickle on there, that it acts as its own brine. So you're adding like the idea of like lemon juice when you cut stuff because there's so much fat. I think that's what the pickle does. So the pickle and the French fries, I think even if you just added the pickle, I think it's key to the dish.
I like just the pickle.
Yeah.
No fries.
And the fries just add a different textural component. It doesn't change the flavor, but regardless, this is fantastic.
It's
I cannot wait to
fantastic.
sit down and open up a little beverage on the side. My first thought is for the people that make this for their family, traditionally or untraditionally or all the time, bravo Zulu to you. I can't believe, as much as I love food and going the extra mile, that this has not been on the plate sooner.
It's amazing.
All right, guys, there you go. Chicken shawarma from scratch. We love the naan concept. We love the naan idea. I think this is absolutely fantastic. It is a perfect griddle bread. Probably one of the better ones that we found.
That naan is amazing.
That garlic butter, that's key.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested, we have a joy button down below to membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. You can check us out on the Griddle Group on Facebook. We talk about griddles, smokers. We're working our way around the globe with dishes like this. We did the al pastor, now we're doing the chicken shawarma. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace.
Golly, honey. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's good.